Hi friends, welcome back to the channel of Agatandra, that is toxicology. We are going into the next syllabus point, that is Visha Guna, and the Visha Guna according to Karma. Visha Guna Anusar Karma. And what are the difference between Visha, Oja and Madhya? Let's look into each of this point. First one is Visha Guna. Coming into the next slide. The Vishaguna, it is mentioned by Acharya Charaka as Lagu, Ruksha, Ashu, Vishadam, Vyavai, Tikshnam, Vikasi, Sukshmam Cha, Ushnam, Anirdesharasam, Dashaguna Muktam, Visham Tatnyehi. Likewise, Acharya Charaka Acharya has mentioned total of 10 Vishagunas, that is Lagu, Ruksha, Ashu, Vishada, Vyavai, Tikshnam, Vikasi, Sukshmam Cha, Ushnam, Anirdesharasam, Dashagunamuktam, Visham Tajnahi. We have got the 10 gunas in that. And the difference is among the acharyas, there is a slight difference. Shushruta has also mentioned 10 Vishagunas, but instead of Anirdesha Rasa, Acharya has mentioned Apaki Guna. And according to Ashtanga Sangraha, Acharya has also mentioned 10 gunas, but instead of Anirdesha Rasa, Avyakta Rasa is included. But in Ashtanga Hridaya, both Avyakta Rasa and Apagi is mentioned. So we can say that the guna according to Ashtanga Hridaya is 11. Acharya has not given the specific number as 11, but has mentioned both Avyakta Rasa and Apagi. These are the differences. Otherwise, there are 10 gunas. Let's look into each of these. First one is Lagu, which means lightness. We have learned its definition, that is Langane Lagu, or Lagus tad vibaritasya lekanaha, that which is light in nature, which causes Langana or Lekana karma. It is said to be the property of Lagu guna. Second one is Ruksha guna, which means roughness. Yasya shoshane shaktihi saruksha, that means which causes the shoshan karma or which causes roughness. It is said to be the property of Ruksha guna. Next is Ashu guna, that is sudden action. Ashukari that Ashutva Davati Ambasi Tailavat. Ashu means sudden action, and it is given that Ashu is just like that. When we put a drop of oil in the water, just like it spreads very quickly, likewise because of this Ashu action, Visha spreads easily in the body. Next guna is Vishada, which means non-slimy or clear, which means Yasya ksharane shakti sa Vishada, Vishado viparido asmad kleda achushana ropanaha, which means which is non-slimy ya clear. Yasya ksharane shakti, that is which is having a washing property, or it causes the kleda achushana and ropana. It is said to be the property of Vishada guna. Next guna is Vyavai, which means fast pervading. Vyavai cha akhilam deham vyapya apagaya kalpade. It is fast pervading and it spreads in the body without undergoing paka. It is the property of the Vyavai guna. Next guna is Tikshna, which means sharpness. Yasya shodhane shakti satikshnaha, or Daha Pagakara Tikshna, that which has a property of Shodhana. It is said to be the Tikshna guna, or which causes the Daha and Paga. It is said to be the property of Tikshna, which means sharpness. Next is the Vikasi guna, which means spreading. Vikasi vikasannevam dhatu bandhan vimokshayet, that is it easily spreads and it causes the moksha, separation of the dhatu bandhas. It causes the separation of the bandhas of dhatus. It is said to be the property of Vikasi. Next is the Sukshma guna, which means minute, fineness or subtleness. and its definition goes as yasya vibarane shaktihi sa sukshmaha. Ya sukshmastu saukshmyast Sukshmeshu Strodha Su Anuswaraha Smrudaha. That is because of its minute property, minuteness, it can enter even the Sukshma Strodha. It can easily enter into the Strodhasas. This is the property of Sukshma Guna. Next is Ushna Guna, which means hot in potency. Svedane Ushnaha ya Ushna stad viparita syat pajanascha visheshatah, which causes the svedana or which has the property of pajana guna. It is said to be the Ushna guna. Next last guna is anirdesha rasam, which means the rasa it is avyakta or anirdesha. These are the properties of the Visha. Next in Sharangadhara Samhita, in the first lectures, when we looked the definition of the Visha, we got the properties according to the Sharangadhara Samhita. That is Vyavayi cha vikasi syad sukshmam chedi madavaham agneyam jividaharam yogavahi smridam visham. It is said to have 8 properties. That is Vyavayi, vikasi, sukshma, chedi, madavaha, agneya, jividhara and yogavahi. These are the properties according to Sharangadhara Samhita. Next, let's look into the difference between Visha, Oja and Madhya. We have studied in the first year, that is the definition of Oja, that is Tatra Rasadinam Shukrantanam Dadunam Yad Param Tejastad Kalu Ojastadeva Balamityuchade. So Shastra Siddhanat, that is Oja, it is said to be the Tejas of the Rasadi to Shukra Dhatu. Shukra, from beginning to Rasa Dhatu up to the Shukra Dhatu, the Teja of all this Dhatu is said to be Oja, and it is said to be, according to our Shastra, Oja is connected to the Bala of a person. It is the definition of Oja. Now let's look into the difference between the Visha, Oja and Madhya. When we look into the properties, we can see that Madhya and Visha, they are having the same properties except in the Rasa. The Madhya, it is having Amla Guna, whereas Visha, it is having Anirdesha Guna. It is the only difference which we can find between the Madhya and the Visha. When we compare the properties, we can look as the Ojas is having Guru Guna, Madhya and Visha having Lagu Guna. Shida Guna of Ojas and Madhya having Ushna. Madhya and Visha is having Ushna Guna. Ojas is having Mridu Guna, and the opposite, that is Tikshna Guna, is the property of the Madhya and the Visha. And the Ojas is having Slakshna Guna, and the Madhya and Visha is having Vikasi Guna. Ojas having Bahala or Sandra Guna, and the Madhya and the Visha is having Sukshma Guna. The rasa of all the three is different. Ojas is having Madhara Guna, Madhya is having Amla Guna, and Visha is having Anirdesha Rasa. These are the only difference between the Madhya and the Visha. Next, Ojas is having Sthira Guna, Madhya and Visha is having Vyavayi Guna. Ojas having Prasada Guna, and the opposite Ashu Guna is that of Madhya and Visha. Next is the Pichila Guna, and the opposite Vishata Guna is that of Madhya and Visha. Last, Ojas having Snigdha Guna, whereas Madhya and Visha is having Ruksha Guna. These are the difference between the properties of Visha, Oja and Madhya. Next, let's look into the Visha Guna Anusar Karma. Karma according to the Visha Guna. Here we are looking into the references to the Kalpasthana, that is Tadraukshyad Kobayed Vayum Aushnyad Pittam Sashonitam Madim Cha Mohed Taishnyad Marma Bandhan Chinnati Cha Shariravayavan Saukshmyad Pravished Vikarodi Cha Ashutvad Ashu Tadhandi Vyavayat Pragradim Bajed Shabayecha Vikasitvad Doshan Dadun Malanabi Vaishatyad Adiricheda Tushchikilsyam Chalagavad durharam cha avipakitvat tasmat kleshayade chiram. These are said to be the karma according to the guna. First, let's look into the first guna, that is tad raukshat kobed vayu. Ruksha guna causes the koba of vayu. Aushnyat pittam sashonidam. Ushna guna causes the koba of pitta with rakta. The next is the Tikshna Guna. Tikshna Guna, what it causes? It causes the Madi Moha and Marma Bandha Chinnati. It causes the Chedana of Marma Bandha and it causes the Madi Moha, that is Buddhi Bhramsha, or it causes unconsciousness. Next is the Sukshma Guna. Sharira Avayavan Saukshmyad Pravished Vikaroti cha. Because of the Saukshma Guna, it enters into the Sukshma Sharira Avayava. Next guna is Ashu. Ashu guna, what it causes? Ashutvad Ashu Tadhandi. Ashu guna, it makes it easily fatal. Then Vyavayat Prakritim Vajit. Vyavayi guna, it causes the Prakritim Vajit. It enters into our core Prakriti or the constitution and causes harm to the body. Next is the Vikasi guna. The property is Shabayecha Vikasitvad Doshan Dadun Malanabi. Vikasi guna causes the Kshabana, destruction of what? Dosha, Dadu and Mala. Next is the Vaishatya guna. Vaishatya Adaricheda. It enters into our Sukshma Srotas. Then Dushchikilsyam cha Lagavat. The Lagu guna causes it Dushchikilsya. Lagu guna is responsible for the Dushchikilsya property of the Visha. Next, because of the Avipaki guna, it causes Durhara and Kleshade Chira. It causes difficulty to cure and it causes Kleshade Chira. It causes Chirakari Klesha. Now let's look it in a table form. Ruksha guna, it causes Vata Koba. Ushna guna, it causes Pitta Rakta Koba. Tikshna guna, it causes Madi Moha and Marma Cheda. It is unconsciousness or Chedana of Marma. Sukshma guna, it is responsible for the Sharira Aveva Pravesha. Sukshma Sharira Aveva Pravesha. Ashu guna, it causes instantaneous interaction so that they are speedily fatal. Next is the Vyavahi guna, that is fast pervading. It causes Prakritim Vajat, which means it enters into the very core of its constitution or Prakriti. Next is the Vikasi guna. It causes Dosha, Dadu, Mala, Shabada, that is wasting of Dosha, Dadu and Mala. Next is the Vishada guna. Vishada guna, the properties Adaricheda. It spreads in the body, arresting the function of organs. Next is the Lagu guna. It causes Duschikilsa, that is, it becomes unremediable. Next is the Avipagi. It causes Durharam or Kleshade Chiram. Next, last is the Anirtesha Rasa, and Anirtesha Rasa, it is responsible for the Kapha Koba. These are the karma of the Visha according to the guna. Now let's look it in a modern way, that is action of poison, how the poison act in our body. It is given in three forms, that is action of poison is divided into local, remote and combined. Local means it depends upon the route of administration, in which route we are intaking the poison, and that the symptoms which is produced there, it is said to be the local action. Next is the remote action. Remote action means which is far away from that. That means we have studied in the classification of cerebral poison, spinal poison. Symptoms are seen away from the route of administration. This is said to be the remote action of poison. Then combined means both, they show both the local and the remote effects. Now let's look into each with example. First is the local action. The local action by coming in direct contact with the part. First one example, we know that corrosive action by the strong alkalis and acids. They causes corrosion, erosion of the mucous membrane or membrane which it comes in contact. Next is the inflammation and irritation by irritants like mercury or dilute mineral acids. Next, third is the effects on motor and sensory nerves, that is tingling of skin and tongue by aconite. By the touch of that, it causes the tingling of the skin and the tongue and dilation of the pupils by belladonna or datura. By the contact with that, it causes the dilation of the pupil, which is the effect of motor and sensory nerves. And these are the examples for the local action of the poisons. Next is the remote action. The example is shock acting reflexly through severe pain caused by the corrosives. Due to the intake of the corrosives, there will be severe pain which results in the neurogenic shock. It is said to be a remote action of the poison. Or by poison being first absorbed into the system through the blood and then exerting a specific action on certain organs and tissues, like we mentioned earlier, that is Nux vomica acting on spinal cord causing tetanic convulsions. Strychnos nux vomica, it is a spinal poison, so it causes the tetanic convulsions. These are the examples of remote action of the poison. Next is the combined action. Combined action means it shows both the local and the remote action. The examples are drugs like carbolic acid, oxalic acid, phosphorus, etc. They have both local and remote action. It is said to be the combined action of poison. These are the three types of action of poison according to modern, that is local, remote and combined. Let's stop today's lecture. Thank you.